can people incorporate spiritual practices such as meditation or gratitude into their daily lives for a better health? And I'm going to ask Dr. Annika this question.
Thank you. Yes, this is for me about the small things. You do small things, and that's going to help you on a big scale in the total. I never been a big meditator doing meditation and so on, even though I'm brought up with that in the side of my life. But about 10 years ago at a very large event, I learned a tool that helped me tremendously and that I teach my clients today, and that is to mini meditate. Just closing your eyes for a few minutes and slowly say a positive word to yourself over and over. And I used the word release because that was what they told us at that moment. And I think that works. And I use that every time when I've been working, for example, and I sit on a bus or a train on my way back. I can use 10 minutes of mini meditating to myself. And when I get home, I have a good evening because I let go of all the things that have been bothering me at work, or, all those things that you need to just get off. And so that is the mini meditation. And gratitude, I also use every time when I go to bed. I learned that when I was in a business that was in bankruptcy. I started to say thank you for having this great bed where I could sleep well. And because I was grateful when I went to bed, I slept so much better. So it's about those small things that we do on a regular basis. And when you practice them, they come automatic when you need them.
This was a challenging thing for me at first. There were so many people, they were having difficulty meditating because of so much noise in their head. For me, it was because my life was dictated to me. And so when people said, you have to do this, you have to do this, it was like an immediate resistance. And then the people that were telling me do this, I didn't really think their life was that great. So there was all these things that were going on in my life and going, look, it's like a guy who writes a book on how to be wealthy and he gets his wealth from the sale of the book. I want you to be wealthy first, then write the book. And so people that were telling me, go ahead and meditate, but you're not even at peace. I want you to be at peace first, and then tell me how you got the peace. So this has been so challenging for me. Because again, telling me to do this and do this and do this, it was just like I'm back in my religious environment again, telling me everything. So what I had to do to get past all of that was I had to start surrounding myself, and that was a challenge too, surrounding myself with people that had a life that I wanted. So, oh, okay, how do you do that? If all these things are happening and you're still at peace, how'd you do? So then they started teaching me, showing me, demonstrating to me what they were doing. And so I had an example in front of me. I said, okay, so how do you shut your mind off from all this noise? Those type of things. And I had to start believing that it worked. I was in a catch-22. If you do this, you'll be at peace, but I wasn't in peace. So where do I go? So it was very difficult. But once I started listening and starting to watch people and they were helping me, then it started working. My affirmations didn't work because I didn't believe in them. So telling people, sometimes like in my case, telling me to do something that just as a repel. So again, get myself with people, I can see what they're doing, and I started realizing, okay, so it does help you do that. I realized also in gratitude, just me recognizing the beautiful changes in my life was my way of being grateful. I didn't have to write a list of them, because that's what they told me to do too. And I said, yeah, but I want to be genuine. I really want to be sincere. I don't want to do something because someone tells me. And it's okay to really be honest with myself. And that was the other thing. I had to be honest that I didn't really believe it. Once I was honest, then that also propelled me into going, okay, why am I resistant? Why do I not want to do this? So I had to go deep in and really figure out what was the resistance. And once I started believing in myself and started loving myself, then all that meditation just came organically. And now I recognize so many beautiful things in all of you and all the people that are here. I mean, I have so much compassion for everything around me now because I had to really go deep inside and figure out what that was.